Alright, let's do this before these get watered down anymore. What time is it? Yeah, it's 1:01. It's time to go.
Hey, GCL 101.
Jokes. I mute you while you talk.
Oh, what the heck? You just got off. Okay.
It's time for GCL.
It's time. It is time.
What's up, two viewers? And the rest of yonder universe. This is Game Called Life Podcast.
You saw it right here.
Awkwardly stares into camera. Oh, the Game Called Life. We're GCL Podcast. Usually we are three best friends from Oklahoma that sit around a table. Today, just two. But we're going to sit around this table here. We're going to enjoy a drink, hopefully. We're going to talk about games. We're going to talk about life. And that's basically what we do here.
This is GCL. That's it.
This is GCL.
Straight up.
I'm one of your hosts. I'm Josh Bergalari. The man on my left, he used to not be funny, but now he is. He's Cole Penrice. And the man that we're missing, he is the infamous and the unforgettable. He's the Zach Pittman.
We'll forget about him today.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Speaking of which, I woke up at 9:11 this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, I woke up and looked at my phone. I was like, oh, it's 9:11. Never forget. When the towers come down, I come up from bed, from sleep.
Towers go down and the hands go up. What's that? I think there's that song that I don't know. Not cool enough.
Something. Yeah, I hear it in my head, but I don't know the exact words. Anyway.
And they stay there or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. Still happening in the head, just not coming.
I don't listen to good music.
No, you listen to good music. That's why you don't know that song.
No. What if I haven't heard it? How do I know it's not good?
Because it's pop.
Okay, I can get down with that.
It's club. It's like a club song.
Yeah. With like.
What was it, like Lil Wayne?
It's an artist featuring 4 other artists.
Yeah, basically that's if you have to have more than one artist, more than 2 artists on a song, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we start every Game Called Life podcast, usually with a little rambling, a little bit of talking, a little bit of randomness, a lot less this week because we are missing Zach. This is going to be a probably very to the point podcast because Cole's generally quiet, and I can therefore steer the boat a lot faster and a lot better.
You won't be sliding in there with those.
We don't have Zach over here just talking, and I'm just...
And
yeah, just trying to like intercede.
And
last week was pretty good.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, last week was good because he was saying stuff, and then I would just like say a word or two, and then he would keep talking, and then I would say a word or two. I would just interject whenever I could.
It's double the input.
Yeah. I wasn't going to talk over him. I was just going to talk in between him. So, what did I say? As we start every GCL podcast, aside from the intro, we start off with drink of the day.
Hashtag DOTD on Twitter.
Yeah.
Go ahead on Twitter and type that little scribe button and make a tweet, and then put the # DOTD. You can caps it if you want. We'll read it anyway, and that's how we'll see. I've never actually searched DOTD on Twitter.
Oh, really? If you click the link, if you scroll, well, if you're listening to the audio version, or if you see this on GCLpodcast.com, where we also post, I hyperlinked hashtag DOTD to the Twitter search of the hashtag. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah. Pretty cool. You can do that. This week, I want to see if you guys can guess what we're gonna drink for drink of the day. We have.
Don't look over there on that side of the tree.
We have a lime.
That is a legit lime, straight from the tree.
Lime juice. I don't have a real lime. We have tonic water.
This is like the non-GMO non-GMO limes that comes with a cap.
And we have gin.
This is a toughie.
So, if you can guess what we're drinking today, hats off to you. Spoiler alert, it's a gin and tonic with lime.
Oh gosh, I should have gotten that.
Golly.
Oh, man. Hey, I'm excited.
So, I want to start off. These have melted a little bit, if you can just get the water out of the bottom there.
You have to swill it, right?
Don't want an overly watered down. So for gin and tonics, I'm going to teach you how to make this today. Very, very simple. Obviously, as you can see, all we need is 3 ingredients plus ice. You want to basically fill the glass up mostly with ice. Now, if you've got a real lime, you want to cut a nice, I don't know, like an eighth of a lime slice, or maybe 16th, I guess. Maybe about an eighth. And toss that in there. You want to squirt it on the ice. Toss it in there first. I don't have a real lime, so I'm just going to squirt the lime juice directly on the ice.
That's a real lime.
I used a special tool to just get the juice out of the middle, but keep the outside of the lime
intact. And
so
easy cleanup.
It's more of a squirt bottle than anything, and I just took a squirter top.
Yeah, and you
from
injected
a squirt gun.
You injected the peel, the rind of it, with real plastic.
Yeah.
So it's been sitting overnight,
I labeled
fermenting.
it so I know when I should use it by,
Yeah.
so the lime doesn't go bad.
Yeah.
So just give it a little squirt on top of the ice, so that when you pours everything over the ice, gets that lime, and infuses it all while you pour. So I'm going to stir it all, but you don't need to stir it. So the measurements for an average size glass for gin and tonic, you want to use a half a cup of tonic to a quarter cup of gin. So basically every one part gin, 2 parts tonic is the best way to do that. For these cups, I use a half a cup and a quarter cup. If you've got a jigger, you can use your ounces. I don't have a jigger, so
I might have an extra one, actually.
I use measuring cups.
When I ordered all that stuff from all my Flair bartending stuff, when I thought I was going to be a Flair bartender, they sent me 2 shipments. So I got twice of everything.
I forgot. I do remember that now.
Yeah, they also charged me twice, but yeah.
When I was going to be a Flair bartender.
When I was, when I had a dream to move to California and make tips off of Flair bartending, just on my own, straight up.
All right, so you want to do the gin first, because once you put the gin in, then the tonic, once you pour the tonic over, it's going to mix it a little bit better. So we do the quarter cup first.
Because the tonic's carbonated, right?
Yes, tonic is carbonated. Tonic water is what it is.
Beautiful. You gotta look for the meniscus.
Yeah.
Hashtag chemistry.
Hashtag chemistry.
That was probably the best A I got it in college.
And Cole, what is the meniscus?
The meniscus is the natural concave form that the liquid takes. It's harder to tell in large things like this, large containers, but test tubes, you'll see if you pour it in there, it's kind of got a wave to it, and the meniscus is referring to the lower part of that form that the liquid takes.
I thought the meniscus was the higher, the part where it creepy crawls up on the side of the glass. Or
No.
the meniscus is the bottom.
It's the bottom part, and that's what you measure. You don't measure the extra that's kind of
because it like hugs the side almost and like creeps up.
So technically, it's imperfect. It's basically impossible to measure liquids because of that.
Basically
impossible to the decimal point at least.
At least in
because of pi and Pythagoras and square roots and stuff. No, but because of that shape, it's not an even cut when it comes to measuring.
There you go, sir. And one thing I forgot. 1 second.
I love gin. First time I had gin, I was like, this reminds me of pine trees, and I like it. Oh, nice.
Coasters.
Costas.
So you do actually enjoy gin.
I do.
Awesome. Gin isn't for everyone. It is dry.
It is dry.
I guess pine trees is an interesting way to describe it.
That's the smell that I get.
It doesn't have much of a taste, but it's
got that like evergreen, like
It's like a
spice to
fresh.
it.
It's like a really fresh because the dryness is like the best way I can equate gin is like those really like the crisp winter days where like you could go outside and just like a sweater, like you don't need the big heavy coat, but it's still like cold and crisp and like you breathe in and you can like
you feel it.
do you taste the cold?
Yes,
I feel like gin is cold taste.
cold taste. It is the taste.
Hence, I guess the pine trees is where.
Yeah, that's where I get the.
All right, so we got gin.
Yeah. I
we
also
got
used to
tonic.
eat pine needles when I was little, so that's probably why.
That's odd. Oh yeah, smell that lime.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, first taste.
Wait. Okay.
Ah.
Ooh.
I like that.
Oh yeah, that is perfectly mixed.
Yeah?
If I do say so. Yeah.
No, I love a good gin and tonic. That's kind of like my go-to drink nowadays.
Go to chillax.
Obviously you guys see it's simple, fairly inexpensive. It tastes so good. It's just fresh. It's refreshing. Long day at work.
It's the hydration of alcohol.
Well, you do put water in it in a sense.
And ice.
And ice. And lime.
And lime.
What's better?
You can't beat lime.
You really can't beat lime. Best alcoholic drink ever, basically.
Yeah.
Gin and tonic.
Yeah, that is a completely objective fact. Is that it's the best drink ever.
Objective fact.
I don't know if there's a subjective fact. Subjective facts. Maybe if it's like I am feeling happy today. That is a subjective fact. Because I mean only you know and only you can claim it as fact. Unless you're just lying.
I was gonna say, but what if you're just lying to yourself?
True.
Then you have some deep
a thing.
psychological problems that you really need to overcome.
You just need to come out with it and start telling yourself the truth. Yo.
Hey, Teamater show. Yo. What is that?
Teamater? What if it's Teamaters how?
Teamaters how? How?
You decide.
So, drink of the day this week, gin and tonic. We just taught you how to make it. If you missed that, go back and rewatch. All you need is gin, tonic water, and lime, or lime juice, and some ice, and a
Unless you're
glass
weird,
to
then-
put it in. Or you could just mix it in your mouth. Just
Just both hands. Just like that.
Teamater show. Got it.
Teamater show. Sweet.
Got him.
I was right.
Just don't forget 1 part gin to 2 parts tonic. Unless you really want a strong drink, then swap them around and have a blast.
Yeah. Or 1-to-1. And have a blast.
So, Cole, your first impression sounded like you liked it.
Oh yeah. It's this mix is fantastic. Alcohol is not very prevalent, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I get the most I get from it is the it's like we were talking about the wintergreen flavor.
Yeah.
Wintergreen. It's not wither. It's not
Spearmint in a cup.
double mint gin. I'm good. I thought I spilled some. I got a hole in my mouth. Yeah, I really like it. This one's gonna go for. This one's going for the fence.
Yeah?
I can tell.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna give this one a 9.5.
Damn.
Yeah. 9.5. Drinkable. Alcohol content's there, so it does the job.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't leave a bad taste in your mouth. It doesn't have a bad foretaste. It's just all around awesome.
I definitely agree. And that's funny because I was thinking exactly 9.5 before you said that. So I'm giving it a 9.5. Definitely. Not one for giving out 10s, even though this is kind of like my favorite drink right now. I haven't forgotten about Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
LITs are still up there.
These are so good.
A little more complicated to make, hence why I don't have all the ingredients for that. But maybe someday. So I'm definitely giving it a 9.5 as well.
You know what that means?
10s all around.
10s all around.
That was for you, Zach. And speaking of Zach, the man that is missing today, we need to get him to taste a gin and tonic.
We'll make him double fist it next time he's on. Like, all right, so you gotta give this one a number for next week or for last week,
Yep.
week before, whatever.
Yeah, and then
And
one for
then
that week.
the current week.
Oh,
Gotta catch up.
okay.
So that's what he gets.
Because like how I prefaced all this, gin is not for everyone. It is dry, hence why it is extra dry gin.
Extra dry.
So it's a little bitter, but it tastes like cold. Tastes like winter. I feel
Tastes like cold. tastes like late fall.
like the color blue.
Tastes like the color blue.
The sound of the number 9. Oh, we've got a new listener. What is up, Meech NC? Are you from North Carolina? Maybe.
Maybe he's from New California. Got a Fallout fan? Hey.
Hey. Meech, welcome to Games Regular. This man is Cole Penrice. Jags a lot. Okay, if you remember me, say Hooga Booga Loosh.
He said it.
I said it, but I was reading it, so I can't confirm or deny if I do remember you.
Maybe if your name was a different color on our screen, that would like jog it better, since they like randomize the colors of your names.
Do they? I thought you got to pick a color. I am in dark mode. I don't know if dark mode messes with the colors or not.
I'm probably wrong on that.
I don't know. You might
I'm
be.
just bullshitting.
If you say it confidently enough, though, then it's fact.
That's impossible for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
so
subjective fact, right?
yeah, it's phrase of the podcast.
Phrase of the episode.
So drink of the day: gin and tonic with a spritz of lime. Go make one up today. Hey, Cole, you were right. It is random colors.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
Well, I'm going back on what I said. I disagree with you.
Okay. So, after drink of the day, every week, our next segment we move on to is Weeks in Review. Shoo, 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 shoo. Shoo. Shoo-ka-doo.
Shoo. Shoo-ka-doo. We can too.
And you can too.
Right here on Twitch.
Mail call.
Every Wednesday. Mail call.
I could just recreate, honestly, a PS I Love You like podcast. It's so bad.
They're coming out with so many that I almost don't listen to any other podcasts.
I'm finally caught up on Game Over Greggy.
I actually just started on episode 1 again.
Damn.
Yeah. But
this is off topic. Well, yeah, it is a topic now. If you need podcasts to go listen to, kind of funny.
Yeah.
I highly recommend everything they do.
Everything. They have something for everything.
Yes. Something for everyone.
They have someone for everything.
Yes, that one.
That one.
Kind of funny. Game of Greggy show. Kind of funny games cast. P.S. I Love You. If you're a PlayStation person, kind of like we are.
Love and sex stuff.
I have not watched Love and Sex stuff, but I need to.
Yeah. Short clips.
That's nice.
It's fun watching Tim and Nick do things.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Anyway, back to this podcast. We're GCL.
Anyway, this is
We're Game Called Life.
This is the rival. Kind of funny rival. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking.
I don't know how to say that name. I'm trying to break it up in different parts. The Seda? Say death? The T and the H are in weird places.
The Sade.
I think we're digging our own grave. Not sure what that means.
I was trying to read it back.
O.S. Barry? I don't know what that is. Show those I want because my power went off. Oh, Teammater, that's awesome.
12 hours and 37 minutes.
Did you like start the stopwatch like as soon as the power went out? You're just like, all right, go.
I'm going to comment about this on the podcast later.
Well, Teammater, it's glad to have you.
Day.
So we're going to talk about a little bit of what we've been doing in the past weeks, starting with our GCL Let's Play from last week.
Last week. Go back, scroll down. No, don't scroll down. Yeah,
scroll down.
And click on Josh's link, Jinx_B, and you can see our finishing up of Until Dawn, which was awesome. So, should we make a spoilers tag and just talk about whatever, or how do you want to go about this? We can beat around the bush a little bit.
Yeah, no, I don't think I need to talk specifically about it. But in a nutshell, we did 3 parts of Until Dawn. So a couple weeks ago, we did parts 1 and 2, 2 different segments there, about 2.5 hours approximately each of those parts are. So you can watch from the very beginning. Again, just go over to my page, scroll down, hit that link there, and so you can start at the beginning, watch all the way through, watch the whole story. Only took about 7-8 hours total if you add up all 3 of those segments. So pretty Teamater, if you've got the rest of the day, got nothing else to do, you're interested in Until Dawn, go give it a look. We played through all of that. But teen horror, big on decision making. Butterfly effect is kind of the overall theme. Good scares, good jumps. I hate scary stuff, so this was kind of like,
So it was awesome.
yeah, that's why it was so fun to play through Until Dawn and to watch my reactions and our freaking out. If you do watch that live stream, part 1, we have a great game called Flash the Booty.
Flash the Booty.
Flash
That was a
the
good
Booty.
game.
That
Forgot
was
about
a
that
good
game. Cool mini game in Until Dawn.
Flashlight mechanics are great, using the motion sensor in your DualShock 4. Thank you, 6-axis. Let's see. So parts 1 and 2, part 3 we wrapped up, just last week. And wow, talk about plot twists and things I did not see coming.
I told you, the way they tie everything in is just perfect. Like,
it
just all makes sense. Like,
it does, and it is crazy. So if you definitely go watch parts 1 and 2, because you'll see when we end part 2, the cliffhanger is real, man. The
cliffhanger of the century. Like, oh
and I had no idea until like we started playing part 3, and I was like, oh my god, that's what we stopped on. Like, because I didn't know. I was like, oh god, like that was a tense moment. But then the resolution comes like 10 minutes into playing that part 7, that chapter 7, and we're like, oh man. Oh man.
man.
And just the decisions, because like I said, teen horror movie, you the classic thing, like, oh, don't run through that door, don't run down the hall, blah blah blah. And it's like, it gives you, I've said this before, it gives you 2 terrible decisions.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this is stupid, this is stupid, but maybe less so. I don't know.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun there. Again, me jumping, yelling curse words really loud. Last week, actually, I'll tell you, Cole. Alyssa was here, and she went in the bedroom. She was going to take a nap, and at one moment, one of the scares, I yelled "fuck" so loud, and she like woke up. And she told me later, she's like, "Well, you out there yelling "fuck" and everything?" So I'm like, "It was scary. I'm sorry."
Oh, sorry, Alyssa.
Like, I didn't know you were napping. Either way, you picked a terrible time to take a nap.
When Josh plays a horror game.
Oh my gosh. So that was a lot of fun. So definitely I recommend going over to my Twitch page, scroll down, hit Jinx_B, watching parts 1, 2, and 3. They're a lot of fun. Those good times. Stink Dynasty. Hi. Welcome to the chat. I feel like I recognize that name. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Stink Dynasty.
I'm so bad with names.
I like it. Creative.
Stink Dynasty.
Teamater, you don't like Until Dawn? Now, answer me this. Do you not like it because you tried it? Or is it a classic Brussels sprouts and you don't like it because stigmas? Riddle me that. Because, like I said, I'm not a horror person. Don't play horror. We talked about last week, or last podcast. Anytime horror gets brought up, I nope right out of it.
Nope so far.
Yeah. Nope so hard.
Nope myself right out of it.
Yeah. So I'm not a horror fan, but Until Dawn, incredible game. I could not wait to finish it after we did part 2. So I highly recommend it. Plus, Let's Plays of it is just so much more fun because we did a little bit of comedy. Like I said, Flash the Booty. What a game.
Yeah. What a game. It was 10 out of 10.
It was good.
Mini game.
It was fun. Japja? Where's the hot guy? Well, Zach, unfortunately, the third man in our group, he is working today.
He got called in for an emergency shift.
He did. He got called in. He was going to be here, but he is at work making that dough, making lives better. So, unfortunately, he's not here. But I would like to think that Cole and I at least are not terrible.
At least combined, we might equal Zach's
beauty.
I'd like to think at least. we can do that much.
Oh, teammate, I'm sorry to hear that you broke your left foot. That's unfortunate. Hopefully you're a righty, so not as important.
I can't empathize. I never broken anything.
I've never broken anything either.
Oh, sorry.
Flash topic. This just in. Cole and I have never broken any bones.
Breaking news here on the GCL podcast.
Technically, I think I fractured my one of my toes on my right foot when I was like a really little kid. Since this is a topic now, breaking bones, I'm gonna go off into the story. So,
All right, let's do it.
buckle up.
Book up.
Sorry, I just looked into the chat. Stinky Ness. Stank Dynasty said I broke my left balls. So you have two left balls?
Both left balls. Both his balls hang on the left
On the left side.
Empty sack on the right.
Okay, so breaking or fracturing my toe.
Fracturing your toe.
My dad was climbing up into the attic, and we had this. The way into the attic in our house was in the garage. They basically had like a built-in ladder on the wall, and so you climbed up the ladder on the wall, and there's a little hole in the ceiling basically, and you had a piece of wood that you had to move out of the way. Well, I was gosh, I don't even know how old I was. Maybe 5, 6, like pretty young still. I was just standing down there at the bottom, just hanging out with my dad, just doing,
5-year-old stuff.
Yeah, just doing stuff, just watching what the hell my dad's doing. And he's climbing up into the attic, and so I'm just watching him, and he like moves the thing, and I don't know if he like placed it wrong or was gonna set it down, but it fell and like hit my foot. And like I don't really remember much, but I remember like being carried everywhere for like a week or so because they weren't going to pay to get crutches that didn't need a cast. It was just like my toe, and like so I just like got carried around for like a week and then like propped my foot up on a pillow on the couch.
Freaking brand style.
That's basically.
Did your dad walk around going Hodor?
No, but yeah, no, that was the closest I've come to ever breaking a bone. Technically teeth are bones, I guess. I have chipped my front tooth twice.
I've never done that.
Man.
I've gotten cavities. I've probably had teeth chunks.
Not as metal.
Chip out, but
not as metal.
Not as metal. Not as meta. Chipping your teeth.
Hey, Roof Kogel. How about all the respect? That's actually really funny. I forget that we have all my decorations basically in the house are Paris because my girlfriend Alyssa is in love with Paris, just like every other girl on the planet. So
true.
So that's why everything is decorated in Paris. So it's more of we have a high respect and admiration for the city, and so how about that?
Yeah.
How about we assume positive intent?
This guy's got it right.
So, whatever. I like Paris. I've been there. It's a nice place. So yeah, as you can see, speaking of which, our hearts definitely go out to those of Paris.
She was behind it.
She was behind it? Oh yeah, my girlfriend. Okay, that's funny. Took me a second. I was like, behind what?
She pops out from behind the couch.
More like, I was behind her.
Bow, 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 bow.
There it is. But yeah, no, speaking of, all the stuff in Paris, go down in the history books. Definitely rough times, and all the things, the false reporting about PS4s being used.
I heard that was
to
confirmed.
Communicate those attacks. That is actually false. Forbes first wrote the article that has since been redacted and changed, because the quote that they found the PS4 in like the search or whatever, that happened 3 days before the actual attacks happened. So it may or may not be connected, but it's just journalism not doing a good job.
I heard that segment on PS I Love You.
Yeah.
I brought it up today at work to this guy. Somehow we got on the topic. This guy, he's one of our regulars. He is in the Army, so he was off in Utah or something. Irrelevant. He said that was confirmed. Somehow that was confirmed, that they used a PlayStation messaging system. But it's some guy.
It doesn't matter. They
could
use anything.
Yeah.
If they would have used some app on an Android phone, then everyone would be going crazy about Android.
Yeah.
They only use PS4s because they know it's a superior system.
That's the truth.
So anyway, enough about that. We're back to games. We're back to life. But that is something that has happened in the past couple weeks. So we do want to be cognizant of that. And definitely, I know. The United States. That's where we are. We're kind of rallying behind France because surprisingly, they are our oldest allies, and so we give a lot of shit to France. I know in many different ways, and it goes both ways. We're just stupid Americans. They're snooty French people, but in the deepest corners of our hearts, like we would do anything for them. I feel like they're like ultimate bros that we like razz and like almost like a younger brother, well, older,
twin brothers.
They're like a little brother, but they're like older. It's weird.
A little older brother. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, there's that. So back on track. Catch up a little bit with the chat. What's going on? Jap. That's just what I'm calling you. I'm sorry. Japja. When is the 24-hour stream?
To be continued.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably never. I can't commit to that kind of stuff. Okay. Team Mater's got a good story about how he broke his left foot. So, I was breakdancing at my school dance 2 Thursdays ago, and my mom and dad said that was just a sprain. Then last Thursday, fell down the stairs at school. Mom took me to the doctor. They did x-rays and said it was a broken left foot. Breakdancing, that's impressive.
I guess that's why they call it breakdancing.
I don't know how you... I just can't. Instinct Dynasty, Nintendo DS did 9/11. I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh.
Gotta love the oh crap, what's it called? The chat thing where you draw and PictoChat.
PictoChat.
Yeah. I remember when PictoChat was like cool. You'd stay up all night at sleepovers and just draw like penises.
Penises and boobs.
Because 15-year-olds.
Because that's all we were thinking about when we were 15. My sister has a DS, but I don't. The last Game Boy system, or last Nintendo system I had was the Game Boy Advance SP.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been quite some time.
I actually had 2 of them. Don't know how. Oh, I found one in the bleachers cleaning up after a football game one time. It was just sitting there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Didn't have a name on it. Didn't have a number to call. Didn't have a charger, so fuck them anyway. Didn't leave back a charger.
At least leave the charger.
At least leave the
Come
charger.
on.
If you're gonna forget a Game Boy, leave the charger.
Please. Oh crap. Pay it forward. God.
Pay it forward. Yeah.
Gosh darn it. Pay it forward. There you
You're
go.
gonna say passive aggressive.
No, I was gonna say pass it forward, but I'm like, no, that's not right.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. So, anyway, back to weeks in review.
Purchase ahead.
Talked about Until Dawn. Go watch that on my Twitch page, Jinx_B. But what we've actually been playing outside of streaming, well, someone has been streaming a whole lot. Cole, Fallout 4.
Me. I've been playing Fallout 4.
Yes.
It's been awesome. Literally all I've done in my free time, along with, I'm sure, a lot of other people. But you can go back to my past broadcasts and see exactly how much I did document.
Oh my god. There's like a 10-hour stream in there.
There's almost 10:47 or something. Lots of good streams. I literally took 4 days off of work. Spent the entire time playing Fallout 4, streaming it. There's since then I've played quite a bit that I haven't streamed. I'm at like level 36 now.
So for those of us that don't know anything about Fallout, what does that? Is it like a level cap of 50 or is it 100 or what's?
Fallout 4 has no level cap.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which makes it awesome. You can literally eventually get every perk in the game. I think it's like level 200 or something that you unlock everything. I think that's what they came up with.
That's intense.
It's the what's it called? The end game. The end game is, I mean,
just doing.
Once you finish all the
everything.
quests and do everything, like you have these settlements that you can upkeep if you want, but you can definitely get more out of going back and playing again and going kind of different
like
quest
missions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and choosing a different alliance because there are 4 different factions that you can
Okay.
basically follow the path of. At one point, you do deviate from them.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to those points yet. I've spent a lot of time just kind of kicking around, just exploring, just doing some side quests. I've spent more time than I probably would have liked to on my settlements, just because last night I spent like 3 hours just building a home bar inside my house. It's pretty legit. It's got 2 stories. I've got like bars set. Oh, it's legit.
That's awesome.
I wish I would have streamed that because that whole like production of that thing
Just
was
the
pretty
planning
legit.
and
the planning,
the stages of building it.
yeah, I love
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried. It's not as cohesive as Minecraft, I guess, but just with how everything fits and all the pieces are, not blocks. But for what they have to work with, it's very well done.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. So it's part HGTV, build your own home, and
yeah.
survive the wasteland.
Extreme settlement makeover.
There it is.
Extreme makeover settlement edition.
Roof Kogel, I don't know what a trade link is, honestly, but we do have a PayPal donation. You're actually, I think, the first person ever asked.
Yeah, no kidding.
So it is just for you, the reason that we set this up. Oh, thank you. We've got hearts and smiley faces. Or star. It's been a while since we've seen those things.
Right? Yeah.
We do have a PayPal, and I believe Cole does have that set up.
Plus 50 assist.
So that goes to our GCL account, and we'll use that towards
Gear, equipment.
gear. I mean, equipment, really. I mean, we've got all the mics, we've got cords.
Hawaii vacations.
We've got an Amazon wish list of several things that we'd love to add and start doing if we can start streaming through a PC and get a webcam. But for now, we are here on the Playroom.
Just using what we got.
Using what we got, man.
Utilizing our resources.
We got a PS4.
That's
got
how this whole started.
Camera. Really?
Like we had, you were like, hey, I've got a couple mics that I can borrow. And I was like, well, I've got an interface.
Yep.
We're like, all right, let's just talk about games.
Way back yonder at episode 1, no camera, no fancy setup, sitting around the table using two mics, but then we also did use one of your drum mics.
That's right.
For a while.
Yeah.
So we had a really ghetto setup, and we have come a long way putting our own dollars into buying these compressor mics and just studio quality stuff.
Fancy stands.
The stand, we've had different stands throughout the ages. We've got these new tabletops.
The games we buy to review for you.
Yeah, well, in a sense.
Well, ish.
But yeah, we've come a long way, so we appreciate that, Roof Kogel. Thank you very much for your $1 donation. So it is $1 closer to something
the next item
than we were.
Yeah.
So we definitely need cables.
Number 1 on the list. Yeah.
Because these cables we got are
I was actually just thinking about that.
Not holding up anymore.
These are like low end cables that I ordered a while back.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that $1 towards new mic cables. So moving right along. So Fallout, I mean, it's been just a never-ending adventure, I feel like.
Oh yeah, and never-ending is an understatement because I'm, like I said, I'm level 36. We're planning on doing a Fallout 4 episode where it's just all Fallout 4 with me, good friend Jacob Mares, and my brother Kyle. We have no life in Fallout 4 since it came out, so
many hours.
We decided to make a full-on episode dedicated to Fallout 4, so we can talk about that. So that is most likely only. I don't think we're gonna stream that. It's gonna just be on
audio.
On audio. So if you are on Stitcher podcasts on iTunes. Go subscribe to us there, and you can check that bonus episode with all Fallout talk. We'll go into it a little bit more, but
awesome.
But yeah, it's never ending. I've put in all this time, and I haven't really touched the main quest line, kind of because one of the parts I know it's where you go into this separate area. That's pretty intimidating.
Yeah,
it's full of radiation, full of bad monsters.
Is it the something C.
The glowing sea.
Glowing
Yeah.
sea. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. I haven't gone there yet because I know it's going to take a lot of prep, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to get experience, rank up. I want to get to where I'm happy with my perks, whereas like I'm not like being annoyed by like, oh, I need this perk because I can't, carry all my stuff.
Okay.
That was one thing, is I focused a lot into my carry weight.
Gotcha.
So that I didn't have to keep going back and forth, and I could actually spend more time out in the wasteland without having to come back in, which
Makes sense.
I thought that was okay. So once I'm like, okay, I feel like I've got a good baseline of perks, I'm going to start pushing through the main quest and actually exploring this. And yeah, there's so much more to go, even from how much time I put into it. And Jacob, friend of the podcast, he has put in more time than me. I mean, a little bit more time than me, if anything, but he's gotten so much farther. He powered through the main quest. He is just killing it on that game, really. You'll hear from him in the bonus episode.
Cool. Also,
yeah.
Speaking not only of Stitcher and iTunes podcasts, you can find that on gclpodcast.com. So audio version, we always post every podcast there on our website. So you can find that there. And we might post that to YouTube and just put a blank background or just put our logo so that you can hear the audio version there if that would be convenient. But mostly just the podcast services and the website. You can listen to that even on the go. Honestly, just go to the website mobile and you can listen to that. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm interested in listening to that Fallout podcast myself because I'm not a Fallout person. So should be interesting. I'll probably be super lost, but that'll be fun. Now something I've been playing is Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Also a little bit of Rocket League.
Really?
Yes. Need for Speed though, oh man, I really like that game. It's really fun. It is harking back to the Need for Speed 2 and like the carbon kind of feel. It looks really good. It feels really good. Not too many complaints. The cops are retarded. Like I've got these things I need to accomplish for the main story, and it's really difficult because the cops suck so much. That's the biggest
kind of a
letdown. That and the AI is kind of really dumb, and rubber banding is ridiculous. But other than that, like I'm having a great time with Need for Speed. I think it's a great racing game. It's been a long time. I've been waiting for a game like that, really ever since Carbon. And so it's just been really nice to hop back into that kind of world. But Rocket League actually has been kind of nabbing at me lately. It's just my brain's like, oh man, I want to play Rocket League. One big thing is because of the new mode, Mutators. I don't know if you've played any Mutators or even know what that is.
Actually, funny story. This past Sunday was Larzosaurus's birthday, so we went over to one of his buddies' house. I've known him since I've known Sam pretty much. So we go kind of back, and we went over there, his apartment, and we played some. They were there for a 1v1 Rocket League tournament that they played. So I got to watch that, and then afterwards we just played some 3-player split screen.
Nice.
Well, it was weird. We had 3 screens, but we had one console going 2 screens, so it was pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
So like a PC setup.
Yeah, it was a PC.
Nice.
It was on PC, so I used the Xbox controller. And we played a little bit of Mutators, just kind of messing around. We played one with like the cube
so
ball
weird.
that was super heavy. It was,
So
and
weird.
like on contact explosions. It was
shit.
it was crazy.
Demolition.
Yeah.
That's intense.
And then we played some pinball where it was like super bouncy and it was like a tiny ball and it went everywhere. And so yeah, we had a lot of fun with that.
That's awesome.
It's funny you say that because just this past weekend I happened to go over there and they're like, hey, we have an extra controller. I was like, heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Rocket League is huge hit that came to PS4 and PC. Xbox One though, they do have release coming up. I don't know if they have a date, but I do know it is in the works, so that should be coming shortly. But PS4, PC cross play, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So much fun, such a great game, and like we were super into it. We did a let's play. That was our first let's play that we ever did. That was a lot of fun. But they came out with mutators, which is adding twists to the game type. So like Cole said, you got a square ball per se. They've got the pinball with a smaller ball, and it like the you hit it and it just goes flying like super fast, and then the
We played like the 10
demolition.
times boost. That was crazy.
Oh my gosh! Like in your boost will like regen.
Yeah, you
or,
can change like everything. Gravity.
Moon ball, yeah, the gravity is like super
Yeah.
low, and the ball like moves slower, and you can have like beach ball where it's like really big and just
What-
kind of floats a
Just
lot,
kinda floats.
and that is really a test of your aerial skills.
Yeah. What was the it's whenever you get close to the ball, time slows down.
Oh, time warp.
Time warp.
That is trippy.
I didn't get to play that, but that sounded so fun.
Time warp is so trippy. I was playing some Rocket League with like Will and Sam recently, and it's so fun. Like the time warp was really weird because I didn't know like exactly how it was going to work. And so like once you get close to the ball, or when someone gets close and like hits the ball, it like will slow down time. So you got to like plan the hits and like kind of react differently than what you're used to. It was weird. Like once we played a few mutator matches, I was like, I need to play some normal matches because I
need to
don't
cleanse this palate
remember.
real
Yeah,
quick.
I don't remember how to play Rocket League
Yeah,
anymore.
that's the thing. We played all those mutator matches just 2v2 for fun, and then we went back. We went back to normal mode, and we were like, we have to relearn this. Like this is throwing off our game so much, and oh man, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was playing like with Will, and it was obviously 3v3 mutators. I was like, I need to play some like ranked. So like we played like 2v2 ranked for a few minutes, and then we're like, okay, let's go back to mutators.
Yeah.
Because I made the mistake of just hopping right back into mutators, and I haven't played Rocket League in a little while, so it was just kind of like, what's going on? Anyway, so yeah, Need for Speed, Rocket League, just cars basically is
Cars.
what I've been playing.
Cars driving.
Not Destiny though. Any of you guys out there that play Destiny or know that we play Destiny, we haven't been.
Haven't talked about it.
Kind of over it, honestly.
Taken King came out. We dove into that.
Oh yeah, I mean I was balls deep in Taking King and wanting to raid and like all
those
that,
raids.
and I'm over it now.
Yeah.
I mean Clash, like Iron Banner is Clash, and I'm like, nope.
I like Clash.
I don't,
I love it.
because I'm mediocre. I can hold my own. Sometimes I go pretty positive, but I'm about one, if not slightly below that most of the time. I get all my points from capturing flags.
Yeah.
So I'm not a Clash player. I can't just straight up kill people. I do terrible. So I'm totes out for like I'm not jumping back in for Iron Banner. Normally Iron Banner would get me back in.
Yeah.
Not this
Well,
month.
that ghost does sound pretty enticing. I almost.
Oh, they threw a
decided-
ghost in
yeah,
there?
there's a ghost.
Yeah.
It's rank 5. So if it was like rank 2 or 3, I might have been like, oh, okay, I'll try it. I'll get the ghost and back
Yeah.
out. But yeah, I'm sticking with Fallout. The thing about, I mean, I feel like competitive play is all about your teammates anyway.
Yeah.
And if you're going to play Control, you're going to have shitty teammates that don't worry about the objective. You're going to play Clash, you're going to have shitty teammates that run out there and get themselves killed and fuck you up.
I've also heard there's just too much camping, a lot of camp sniping. Just it's not as diverse of a play, and so I think it's easier to take advantage of those things.
I like that aspect because I like to delve into the map development. Nice. You got a little suction going. I like to delve into the map development. Mine's not doing it. Got a seal. It's breaking. I like to delve into the map development of it. And how I play is I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm special because of this, but I like saying, okay, this is the small area that can be seen by a sniper over here, and that is good with mid-range up in here, but you have the advantage whenever you're facing this way or whatever. That's what Clash is really about, the choke points, person v person, whereas Control, like it with the map as a whole.
Yeah.
Control focuses on I was really interested in this because Control has 3 points, domination. They've always had 3 points.
Yep.
I didn't. I started, doing some brainstorming kind of on my own. Like, I wonder whenever they sit down and make a map from the ground up, if they kind of what their process is. I'd love to be a fly in the wall in that process
yeah.
of the multiplayer maps, because I don't know if they kind of make the general kind of what present the idea of what the map is going to be like, and then sit down and say, okay, so these are going to be the 3 points. Let's create this area of the map from A to B, kind of add in all the obstacles and all this stuff and all the lines of sight, and then we're going to go and address the A to C and then the B to C and then kind of the mid area.
That is interesting, yeah. Like how the maps are made, because Control definitely being, or Domination, Call of Duty definitely being like the, I think, most widely played.
Yeah.
So like, do they start there and then build the map kind of, or where do we put these flags?
Yeah.
Kind of scenario, or because that is really interesting to think about, because in Destiny we did see map movements in about halfway through year one.
Yeah.
In an update they moved where different flag positions were.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what that thought process was. I think it feels a lot better, like where they move them to. It now, that feels like natural.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember where they were before. So I wonder if they just build the maps just for certain things and they're say, okay, where's going to be a good place for this, or if that kind of is in the back of their mind while creating these maps.
Yeah.
But yeah, even that, and like Call of Duty, and especially now with the verticality.
I didn't think about it in Call of Duty. I feel like they just made a map that they thought would be cool to, I don't know, paintball in, and then they were like, there's the flags, okay. I started this thought process started to trigger whenever I started playing Trials on Burning Shrine, and it started out like, I was like, oh, this map is a Sudoku puzzle, and you started the corners, and it's a 3v3 map. That's what it's made for. That's why Control is such freaking chaos whenever you play that, because I feel like it was made for. They made this as the 3v3 map, and that's why it was the first one for Trials.
And then also, if you throw maps with vehicles in it, like I can't even remember the name of it, but the one on the moon that you literally never see anymore. that you never
play.
Never.
That's huge.
Oh man, that map was so good. I remember playing that map.
Love that map
in the beta.
That map's so good. Yeah.
That map was so fun. Minus vehicles, that map would be amazing. Or maybe not like the big interceptors. The smaller vehicles, sure, but the big
like
ones,
the pikes and stuff.
Yeah, the pikes, fine. The big interceptors, no, get rid of those. But like small vehicle, that would be a fun map. Throw that into Control again.
Yes.
Anyway.
I get thrown in there every once in a while. I don't know. It was funny. I went back to Destiny about a month back, and that was the first map we played. And it was like, whoa, no way, yes.
I have not seen that map in so long, and I now miss it.
Yes, it's so fresh. It was so good. But yeah, map design, that's something I really started to think about. And I feel like my playstyle is catered better to Clash. And I mean, Control is so important because it kind of teaches you moving from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And these are the obstacles that you run into. Whereas kind of the midpoints are, I mean, they're like high fire areas. I'm thinking of, I can't even remember the map name. It's the new one with the train track in the middle.
Train track?
It's got the double train track, and it's got the bridge that you can go under the very center of the map, and it's got the two buildings. It's got the river.
In Destiny?
Destiny, yeah, the multiplayer map. It's on Earth. Don't remember the name. I can't do the names from the life of me. But
is it like in the European Dead Zone?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is that called? I don't know.
We're gonna get up close and personal right here. Hello everybody.
Hello everybody. This is Game Called Life Podcast.
Welcome to the Game Called Life Podcast.
I have no idea.
That's what I'm thinking of.
It's been too long
And
since I played.
Vertigo, the new Mercury map that's like up in the
God,
air.
Crazy.
That one's crazy because of the portals that it's got. It's got like it's got a triangle.
It's a triangle,
It's
yeah.
a triangle, and it's
The
that's
cheap ass snipe spot.
Yeah. But it's I like it.
If anything, that's probably what I kind of miss about Destiny is playing the PvP. Because it is somewhat different, even though I'm not that great. It just, everything else seemed like such a grind. And like doing, like I did one hard mode raid I didn't even finish. We only got it back up to Orcs, and that was it. And I just stopped caring about acquiring things in Destiny.
Yeah.
So
I got to like 304, 303. I was like,
yeah, I mean, I was having
good.
fun. I was playing Rivals for a while.
I did the raid. I was like, I'm good.
Been playing Rocket League, been playing Need for Speed. I've been very, very content not playing Destiny.
Yeah.
And it feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good.
I got the content I feel like I needed. I had a ton of fun with it while we played it.
Oh, yeah.
I had a ton of fun with it. After that, I was like, okay, I've done the patrol. I've spent hours just patrolling.
Yeah,
Dreadnought, just exploring, literally just exploring for the shit of it. And then just did the raid. Didn't bother to do hard mode raid, so that's the one thing I didn't do. But I was like, I'm good. Hello,
Sign up fan.
Sign up fan.
I've got like a stray hair back here that keeps tickling me, and it's bugging me. Sign up fan 1, what is up from Oklahoma?
Oh, it's an actual hair. Where'd it go? It disappeared.
It's probably just stuck in my hat. Anyway, sign up fan, hello to you from Oklahoma here in the United States. Are you from Russia with love?
Preferably. Speaking of Russia with love, I saw Spectre this weekend.
Oh,
yeah,
007 movie.
Yeah.
I forgot that even came out.
Yeah, it was really good. I definitely encourage you to go watch it. It was super good. Yeah. How are we? We are bueno. How are you, Josh?
I'm doing well.
Doing well. It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. It is Hump Day.
Hump Day.
That means it's Game Called Life Day.
It means it's GCL Day.
It is GCL Day. So, that was our weeks in review.
Guess what I didn't do?
Oh. Yeah, I noticed that a little bit ago. I didn't want to say anything. Hey, guess what? We forgot to start the actual audio recording. So this might be a...
Twitch only.
Oh my god. I mean, we can let it play.
Let's find out.
Zach wasn't here.
Let's
Exclusive Twitch podcast.
I'm trying to think. Is there a way we can export the audio?
This is a question for you, audience. If you know if there's a way to export audio from Twitch to like your computer to save, other than through YouTube, I know that's a thing. Oh, I wonder if there's a way maybe to get it from YouTube. If you know that answer as well, if we can either get this to YouTube and export from there and save, or if we can save straight from Twitch. We need audio for our podcast because Cole forgot to start the recording.
Every time.
I don't know. Not every time. This is the first time, luckily.
I always forget something.
That would be terrible if it was every time. But yes, no, something is always forgotten. It is not a Game Called Life podcast without technical difficulties.
True
or
story.
A beverage being spilt.
Yeah. Or a piece of equipment being forgotten.
Yeah.
That too.
We've done pretty well this week, and that was the one.
Yeah. This is literally just a relay board for you, Twitch audio.
So,
listeners.
This might be a Twitch exclusive Game Called Life podcast, episode 63. Now, will we actually call this 4? Or will 64 happen in 2 weeks when Zach is back?
We could call this 64.5.
That would be 64, or would this be 63.5?
Yeah. 63.5. We could just call it the Twitch exclusive. Cole and Josh recap.
I could. No, I mean, hey, I'm game for whatever. Whatever works. Whatever makes the most sense in the long run.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Oh, boy. Synap fan, now you stream for me. I don't think so. Speak about poutine, vodka, and other Russian things, but speak easily. I need to understand you. I'm sorry. I shall...
Lo siento.
Stop speaking Spanish. Russian is definitely not going to get that.
That's what they speak in Russia, right?
Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of vodka. Sorry.
I can get down with some vodka. You know what the best?
Vodka's okay.
Best mixed with vodka? Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
I can imagine.
So good.
We actually partook in gin and tonic today with a spritz of lime, so that was a good mixed drink. I'm all out as I traditionally finish my drink first, so I'm feeling pretty good. All I had today was a Chewy bar. Chewy granola bar, that is.
Oh,
Chewy. Okay.
different Chewy, sorry.
God, Cole's got the puns. What is up?
You'd think I'm a dad.
Yeah, okay.
Got the pun.
Oh, boy. So,
That stream better and better.
with that breaking news that we forgot to start the actual audio, this might just be a Twitch exclusive in which I'm going to open up any topics or questions. We got time for one. So if you write in right now with a topic, random question, something like that we can discuss, dive into, that is going to be how we're going to end off this podcast. If you have nothing to ask or nothing to say, then we're just going to cut it short and we're just going to say, hey, that was episode 64, 63.5. Fireside chat with Cole and Josh.
Fireside, I like it. Fireside.
That's not a thing anymore. So I think we can use that. We can pick that up.
What did it used to be? Was it an IGN thing?
Yeah, that was Beyond. That was Podcast Beyond.
Fireside chat. Oh, whenever it was just two people.
Yeah, when they
Okay.
didn't have a third.
Stolen. That's ours now. GCL. Fireside chat. I feel like there's a stain on my shirt right here. I think it's just shadowing and how the pocket just...
Why do we sit in hats at home? Because I don't feel like doing my hair on Wednesdays when I'm off work.
And we don't stream in public.
And
Yet. I mean...
and I like to look somewhat presentable. Although my hat here with this haircut probably looks not half bad, honestly.
I almost got a haircut yesterday. But I was like, I don't think it's long enough.
Aw, Synip fan, thank you,
Quite a
man.
bit. Quite a bit
I
here.
like to keep it pretty, nothing too crazy, but keep a little bit of length, nice and thick. Use my beard comb.
I can't
So appreciate
see
that.
the
Thank
back
you.
of my hair and the stream at the same time. I need to grow out the back first.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to do a full mohawk.
Going for a mohawk.
I don't think I'm gonna do like the Liberty spikes or anything, but
Just like faux hawk it almost, like just put it up.
or just kind of have it sit down either way. Full mo. I want to clean the sides. I want to have that back there.
I did that for a while.
Try to hide the mullet. I guess.
I did
Try to
that.
avoid the mullet. I guess.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of work, but it was fun. It was cool. It was like not like super aggressive. It was a little understated.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll look good.
I did that once. I can't remember when I did it, but
Is that what turned into the what was it, retarded shark?
the retarded shark was a thing before. Me and Sam were literally just like sitting in a mirror, just fucking around with our hair. and then from that, I was like, ooh, what if we made a faux hawk that was crooked? And that's how the retarded shark came to form.
I miss the retarded shark. Synap fan. We do talk about games. Game called Life is what GCL stands for. You actually missed out. We're on the tail end of this podcast and live stream. We did talk about Fallout 4, a little bit about Need for Speed, a little bit about Rocket League, but we made Gin and Tonics as our drink of the day. So if you want to go back, once we wrap this up, you can watch the past broadcast, and you can catch all of our other broadcasts as well. Superfin.
Okay,
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't because that's not what your name says, but I'll call you that.
Maybe Sinep is super in Russian.
Maybe.
Is that true?
Or cyan.
Is this Apple Watch?
Yes, that is Apple Watch.
Yeah.
This is Apple Watch.
I'm trying to find. There we go.
Yes, that is Apple Watch. Hey to you, Walshman23.
Hello.
Oh, wait, no, Walshma, sorry.
Valshma.
Walshma.
Valshma 23.
What's up? As I was just telling Superfan, he was, you guys are catching the tail end. I think we're going to call it a day.
Yeah.
It's been a good little podcast.
It's been a good little bonus. Yes, on Russian Sinep like super.
Dude, Cole, you're so smart.
How did I? Oh man.
Man.
This is just
Look
a
at
hunch.
us. Look at us. Worldly,
I'm multinational.
educated
Secretly.
people from Oklahoma. Never would have guessed.
Call me-
Never would
Never
have
would've
guessed.
Call me Jason Bourne.
Speaking of being from Oklahoma, we are two, usually three, best friends from Oklahoma. We sit around this table. We talk about games. We talk about life. That's why we're a Game Called Life podcast. I have been one of your hosts. I am Josh Bergaleri. The man on my left, he is Cole Penrice. He used to not be funny, but now he is. He was bringing the puns today.
Sometimes.
The missing man, he is the unforgettable. He is the infamous. He is Zach Pittman. He will be joining us hopefully in a couple weeks for our next podcast. I say a couple weeks because we are a bi-weekly podcast. You can find us right here, twitch.tv/ForteWin2. Every other week in between, you can find us over at twitch.tv/Jinx_B. If you scroll down, you can hit that link that Cole so nicely set up for me. So you can go to my Twitch page and see everything that I'm playing and streaming there in between our GCL Let's Plays. What else is all the things? Let's go to GCLpodcast.com. That is where you can find the audio version. It's hard to see because it is black.
Yeah,
but,
it's all blacked out, but yeah.
Superfan, that is a thunder.
It's legit.
That's a thunder hat.
Yeah.
So small world.
This is my core hat.
It's funny.
This thing went through 2 seasons.
Wow.
And it hasn't lost its shade.
That's disgusting.
This used to be right here.
GCLpodcast.com.
The same color.
GCLpodcast.com is where you can find the audio version and anything else that we will put up on there. Sometimes a review, sometimes other ramblings, mostly just our audio. You can find the podcast, the audio version, maybe not this week, but all our other weeks, you can find over on iTunes Podcast or on Stitcher for all of you Android people out there. Also, you can find the video version over at youtube.com/GCL podcast. And as you can see, just right above our heads here, at GCL podcast on Twitter. And then our Twitter handles, our personal ones, me being at _Bergaleri, at Cole Penrice, and at GCL_Zach, is where we are personally throughout the week, retweeting, talking about random things, saying whatever. You never know what you're going to find there. So Twitter is the best place to follow us, keep up to date, know what's happening in the world of GCL and ourselves. Superfan, we talk with everyone. We talk with you. We talk with our community. So whoever's watching in, whoever's commenting, you being the most prevalent one today, we appreciate you watching. Like I said, Twitter is the place to find us throughout the time. We love to play with you guys. We're on PlayStation now, and our PSN's there, and we can hang out, play some Rocket League, watch our streams. It is going to be fun. You understand 50% of my words. I talk fast and I'm American. I apologize. So that is all the things. This has been an interesting podcast without. I keep looking at it and there's just nothing there.
It's just nothing but donuts all the way across the digitizer.
This has been Game Called Life, episode I'm not really sure. Twitch exclusive.
To be continued.
Josh and Cole. TBA. Catch
Fireside
episode,
chat.
whatever we decide to call it next week. The week after that. We love you. We thank you for joining in. We'll see you next time. Peace. Wow.
Spoilers, I actually did that so I didn't have to edit it.
Oh my gosh.
I had such a time last week. I said last week, even though it was 2 weeks ago. Peace out, guys.